Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers out there on the four corners of the earth, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. I'm going to jump straight into the scriptures. With everything going on, we're in different times. Things are speeding up and things are getting more intense and severe. So, you gotta really walk in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai and think, okay, you see things going on, you see the psychological warfare that Esau's using, be not ignorant to Satan's devices. So you gotta, really be locked in tune with the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai, because you can be deceived out here if you don't hold firm, have a foundation in this truth. So just basically keeping it simple. Matthew chapter 10 verse 16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Because we're sheep. We're the lost. The Lord said He come for the He basically is coming for He's the shepherd, basically, Slaki. He's coming for the lost sheep, house of Israel. And the rest of these people, these heathens, especially Esau, they're a bunch of wolves, and they're waiting to take advantage of your ignorance and lack of faith. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Serpents they have a keen mind. They know when to strike and when not to strike, when to say something basically and when not to say something, when to react and when not to react. Play coy, play possum. Somebody wants to act like a tough guy on the streets. All right, play stupid. Go with the King David's approach. King David played dumb to avoid death, and that's wisdom. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Doves are birds, the white birds you see, and they're harmless. They're so-called innocent. In other words, they eat grain, bugs and bread, just to paint the picture. But walk, just think, what would Yahushua do? I mean, if you're a spiritual man, you'll know that the Lord will put it in your spirit to handle a situation a certain way through the spirit. It's just like we're walking antennas connected to Yahweh Yahushua, right? Everybody else is walking antennas in tune to Satan's frequency. We're in tune to Yahweh Yahushua's frequency of righteousness. That's why we're not wolves. We're not tough guys. But soon, it ain't even about being tough. It's about the Lord giving His men spiritual powers, and they're going to get busy. I'm going to jump straight to the point. Basically, like I said, you see what's going on in the world, and everything ties up to the scriptures. So I'm going to read 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 15, starting off to 17. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. That's the upcoming race wars about to pop off. Something to think about. And swords in their hands. Swords are just a killing instrument. Rocks, tear gas, batons, guns, knives, chainsaws. It doesn't matter. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning, whatever they see fit to do, they're going to do it. Simple as that. They're going to take the course of their actions in their own power. Meaning, they're going to do what the hell they want to do when they want to do it in that particular time. To eat, to whatever, cause destruction, etc. A man shall desire, and this is the point, verse 17, a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. That's going on right now. They're at 8 o'clock in New York City. At 8 o'clock, there's an 8 p.m. curfew. If you're not an essential worker, you have to go home. And guess what? If you get caught out there, the police can lock you up for breaking curfew. Because that's a mandatory law. You know, by your kings and princesses, your noblemen and whatnot, your mayors, your governors, police commissioner, president, Congress, whatever. So, but I'm gonna go to verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah. It's coming to that point. They beat up a transgender male, you know, which his actions before getting beat up, people don't know about. He hit a young female, and was driving drunk and crashed into their car and tried to flee from what they say. And then they, you know, there should be, you know, the sedition among men, taking course of their actions shall stand in their power. They took action in their own hands to correct. And that person, that transgender, almost died and was afraid. Men shall be afraid, even though, you know, it's a effeminate female, it's a sodomite, a feminine male, but, you know, it's not, that person's not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. And it will be destroyed here in Babylon by ICBM missiles. I'm going to jump to Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You know, just for example, they shot a so-called black man up in age, 56 years old. They looted his some type of store. I know there was TVs in it, and shot him. And the Spirit used a young Jake to, you know, pull out his sword, aka a gun, to push the looters back, and was like, "Come on, man. Well, why y'all for TVs, bro? For TVs, bro." That's what he quoted, and you know the guy was slowly dying. You know, he was in critical condition after getting shot, but from the reports, you know, he died, and now he's in the spirit realm. You know, that was his judgment, but you know the point about it is that the love of many shall wax cold. Sin, you know. Let me see. What is it? 12. Because in sin or iniquity shall abound, it's going to increase, the love of many shall wax cold. Basically, ain't no love in these streets. There's no love in these streets no more. Even family members are going to fight against each other very soon for food, water, etc., toilet paper. The examples, there's plenty of examples on YouTube world, Instagram world, TikTok world, worldstar.com, well, I'm not going to go into those websites, but you know, there's plenty of websites out there to see what's going on. And if you're in tune with the Yahweh Yahushua, to Lord, open your mind, your spiritual mind to see. So this is just a quick lesson, straight to the point, somewhat current events, that, you know, we're going into evil times. We're about to go into evil times, and it's about to get real. And if you don't have this, you know, basically this truth as a foundation, you gonna sink. You gonna crumble. You know. Yahweh Shah said he is the chief cornerstone. So the third temple was basically built, and when this gospel is preached around the whole world, then the end shall come because the elect will be sealed, and this is only for the elect. This is what people have to understand. So, Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kwakadash, that will honor the apostle of the great millstone. And shalom to you brothers out there pushing this word in sincerity and truth.